Welcome back, everybody. I'm Crane Bramp, and this is Rule of Land Pioneers. It's an early access survival game, and you know if it's survival, I'm going to have to play it, that sets itself apart from the rest of the pack of the other survival games by being a 2D survival game that has a really nice art style, by the way. And it's also real-time in that you battle against other AI survivors that are trying to survive on the map with you, build their own camps, build up their own stuff, and they also come and raid and rob you. It's a really interesting concept. I like it. And this is also our initial episode of First Look. First Look is a new series I'm starting to take a look at early access games and other games that I really like. I play a lot of games. I play a lot of games off Kickstarter. I play a lot of games off early access. And some of them I don't feel would be appropriate for a YouTube episode, or maybe they're smaller games, but there's still games that I really like in these categories that I think that I would still like to showcase just because the developers have done just such a good job with them. And this is one of those. So let's jump right into this. Remember that my socials are right down here. You can follow me. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch, and I would appreciate a subscribe and a like if you like the video. If you would like to see more of this particular game or would like to suggest games for First Look, then just drop it right down there in the comments and we will see what we can do about getting to it. So let's go on and jump right into Rule of Land Pioneers. We're just going to go on and hit play here. You can see that I've already been playing a little bit. We're going to start a brand new game. There are different game modes. You need to unlock them by surviving. They're gated by the number of days that you survive in other areas. So you basically build up to it. We're just going to select normal mode. You have 4 different seasons. You have spring, summer, autumn, winter. Different things happen in each one, like environmental effects, what crops grow, what you can do, so on and so forth. You're going to need protection for the winter, all that good stuff. Deep survival. So we're going to start off in summer. That's easy. You get 5 different characters. 4 of them are locked and gated behind days in survival mode. We're going to select Andrew. He's our base level character. He doesn't have a lot of crazy stats or anything. He consumes 5 food per day. The other ones have different consumptions as it goes on. As you can see, this girl right here only has a consumption of 1 after you've managed to stay in solar storm mode for more than 60 days. So we're going to go on and select Andrew, and here is our map. We will select a section in here. I've only played Forest yet. The rest of the AI opponents, they will each get a spot to do this with. And so let's get going. We're going to select Forest. I really do want to try City and Town some other time, but for First Look, we're going to do Forest. I'm going to go on and click on this. It's going to place everybody else in all the other map areas, and then we get started. So I'm going to pause this, and we are going to talk about the UI a little bit before we get going, because this is a real-time survival game, and if I stop it and sit here and try to explain it, I'm going to tell you it's going to be like day 5 before we know it. So let's take a look around the UI really quick. You have health, you have water, and you have energy. Energy lets you do things. Your health is, you know, just basically your hit points, and your water is, of course, your water. You also have mental, which is a stat that goes down over time. It can be replaced by reading books like gossip magazines, adult magazines, and other items. Sleep is obviously sleep. It kind of caps your mental, so if you're really, really tired, you can't think good anyway. And then finally, you have your body temperature, and if you get too hot or you get too cold, then you're going to die. You have your day. This is your clock right here. You see that it's already started just a little bit, but that's going to keep counting down. Like I said, it is real time. We're in day 1. It is summer. It is sunny. It is 18 degrees Celsius. Here are our competitors. We get to see how many animal resources they have, whether they're in any kind of illness, so their physical condition, and what we need to do to get rid of them, and what they are doing right now. So they're robbing resources and defeating them. This guy's got 38.1, 36.6, 39.1. You also have robbers on the map. They're called robbers. They're also called thieves. You and the AI opponents can attack them and kill them. When you do so at various levels of that, it unlocks sections of the map. There is the warehouse, which is where your items are stored. This is your camp area right here, and you're going to leave this area and go out and collect, mine, cut down trees, search POIs, and stuff like that. But while you're in here, every one of your items goes into the warehouse. There is no weight limit. When you open crafting tables and stuff in this area, it takes stuff directly out of the warehouse. So basically, you leave, you come back, you put stuff in the warehouse. Finally, you're going to have a task list. You're going to have a manual with little fragments that you find all over the world that tell you how to play the game. And finally, you can upgrade your bag to get more slots. You begin with 30 slots. It's not a weight-based game. It is a quantity-based game. So with a 30 backpack, you can carry 30 stone or 15 iron and 15 stone. Whatever combination, 30 items, meat, plants, whatever. You're going to want to upgrade that as soon as possible. There's a whole bunch of stuff you're going to want to do as soon as possible. So we're going to unpause the game and get going. The first thing that we need to do is we have a small cache over here. You can use A and D to move back and forth and move your character. We've got a small cache over here. It's our initial stuff. We get some inferior bullets and quite a few other things. Let's go over here to the warehouse, which is basically your inventory while you're here. You see that we have 8 portable water. We have some beef cans, some fruit candy. You have bullets. You have regular bullets, which have a chance of damaging the hide when you shoot an animal. You have anesthesia bullets, which do not have a chance of harming the hide. You have books, which help you with your mental. We talked about that. And then you have other things. That's where you have your materials and so on. You also have a crowbar. You're always going to want to take that out when you go, because that's what you use to break open like loot chests in POIs and stuff. So let's get moving really quick. We have got to get moving. Like I said, this is a real-time strategy game. Other survivors are out there doing stuff. We're going to take 5 bullets with us. So I'm going to leave the anesthesia bullets for now. And we also want to always take our crowbar. Now we depart our area. You see that each one of the competitors has their own area. We cannot enter these yet until the number of robbers goes down to whatever it says. Then we can choose an area to unlock and we can go into that area and start raiding. The first thing that we need to do is grab food, wood, and stone, because that is what we need to build everything. To build stuff, if you will take a look right here, right in the middle of your camp area, there is a little build icon here. Once you hit it, you're able to go through here and build stuff. And when you build stuff on top of this, it will create 2 build spots on either side of it and so on and so on as you run out of stuff. So the first thing that we're going to want to build is a tent. We're going to need 2 hide, we're going to need wood, and we're going to need stone. That's why I said we're going to need to get out there. We get the hide from animals. We're going to hunt them while we're mining. So let's do this one more time and go on and get out of here. All right, so we're ready to depart. I'm going to go over here and head to wood first. Before we head into the area, it will tell us what kind of things are there. There are also hostile predators that will run up and attack us. Also, there are horses that run all over the map, and you can also tame them and ride the horses. So this has got 4 goats in it, 11 small animals. Once we get rid of those, they're gone until it comes back up. So we're going to go on and walk to it. Again, this is a real-time game. You can see our stuff counting down up there. So once we get into the area, we're going to find stuff on the ground. Some of it can be good, some of it can be bad, some of it can be expired. Some of it is items like this where we can reclaim crops and then plant seeds. Here is a small animal. To capture the small animal, to capture the small animal, run up to it and press space, but there's also a deer up here, which I want to shoot. So I've crouched with S, and I'm just going to move up here. It tells me exactly what my hit rate is and also how alert the deer is. I want to get fairly close, maybe about a 70, and then go on and take him out. And then we're going to, for the animal, all you have to do is run up to it, and as soon as you get to it, it'll like crouch down like it's scared and then hit space to pick it up. So we've killed this right here. We did get intact hide. We got some animal fat, and we also got this goat meat that we can cook later. So it's already, day 1 is already almost over because I'm gabbing so much. But you can see just how real time this is. So we did bring the crowbar. When you go in these POIs, this is a ghost. I don't think it does anything. You can't select it or anything. There may be something in the future. But if it has a hand, you can search it without a crowbar. If it's got a crowbar icon, then you have to use your crowbar. Your crowbar does have durability and it will break. So we need coal. Coal, every resource in here is important. Coal you use, so we got a two tuna cans out of that. Coal you use to smelt iron. And you need 2 coal per piece of iron. So it is horribly expensive. There's some rum. There's some fruit candy. Wow, 2 pieces of iron is a big, big deal. That is a good run. So we got some wood. I don't need the expired fruit or the expired chocolates. You can take them if you're desperate, but they have a chance to cause food poisoning. I will take that rum. I will take that coal. The loot is random, but this is like excellent, excellent loot. But we came in here to get wood, and our bag is already at 27, which is like a bad thing. So that means we can only get 3 wood while we're here. So I think I'm going to have to make a decision on some stuff to throw away here. And I think we're going to get rid of that. We're going to get rid of that. The intact hide we really need. The animal fat we can get later. The fruit candy we can do away with. And I think that's going to be about it. So really quick, let me pause the game. When you are harvesting stuff, there are 2 options in the game. The default is that you have to press for every piece of item that you want out of there. So if you want to chop 1 piece of wood, you click the stump 1 time and it'll give you 1 piece of wood. There's an option in the options that just rolled on the new hotfix called continuous mine log. It's not set by default. If you set it and then you simply click on the item, it will harvest until you tell it to stop or until the bag is full. So let's go on and fill up our bag. You should never leave your area and come back with a bag that has slots empty in it. I'm telling you, it takes too long to get out. It takes too long to get back. You always want to have your bag completely full. And there we go. Our bag is full. We can't pick up anything else. We're going to go on and get out of here. You can double tap if you'd like to run your character to run, but it does use additional energy, water, and food. So we're going to run back to our camp. Now everything that we just collected is in our warehouse. We still, I don't think, have enough to do this. We still need stone and we need intact hide. But the problem is, if I remember correctly, there is a thief, a robber, a sorry robber over at where we need to go to get our stone. However, there is a little trick here. All of these resources, this is stone, this is saltpeter, that's sulfur, that is coal. We're going to go over here. Unfortunately, there's cougars. Hopefully we don't run into one or we're going to get lit up. But we're going to go over here. If you collect another resource like coal, sulfur, let me pause this, or saltpeter, you will only have a chance to actually get that ore, and the rest of the time you get stone. So if you need stone already and we need coal to do iron, then you might as well go out and mine the resource and you're going to get stone too. So we're going to try to be sneaky and go through here because there are beasts out here. Immature licorice. You don't want anything immature. However, there is another POI. I'm gonna pass it up. I'm really out here for coal and iron. I mean, coal and rock. So let's get over here and see if we can find it. Well, we did find some stone right here laying on the ground. You will also see that down here we kind of have a radar. And that is a small animal, and that is our cougar over there. We are going to try mining while we sit here, and hopefully that cougar doesn't see us. All right, so it has been a considerable amount of time. We have 25 out of 30 on our bag, and we are going to try to sneak up here. We can't go back and leave. We have to go forward. So let's get up here and see what is our alert. Trying to keep it down. Come on, try to get up there. Little bit more. Oh, man. I was so scared he was fixing to kill us. All right. Now, you will see that now he has broken hide, unfortunately. So we're going to grab that cougar meat. We're going to grab that animal fat. We got 23 left in our bag because we used the rifle bullets. So we'll go on and grab him. And like I said, never leave with a bag that has space in it. So I stopped over here at the sulfur mine and got a little bit of rock and sulfur. And this guy is still over here riding our area. This has a bird in it. We probably still, because we had that broken hide and we didn't get a chance to build anything. To kill anything with any hide. Yep, we still need one hide. We've got everything else. However, we may build something else first. Can I make... Yes, I can make a rainwater collector. This will obviously catch rain. It'll give you water. Right now, we've got... Our health is down a little bit. Our mental is 7,900. Our sleep is almost 7,000. And our body temperature is good. So we're actually doing pretty good. Water is the biggest thing that you need to worry about. You're also going to have NPCs come by that want to give you quests that you can do for them and trade. You'll see that they have items here. You can trade them for whatever they want. You can ask them to bring specific things, but they need to have a certain relationship and a friendliness with you. So the next thing that we need to do, we're still looking... Oh, sorry about that, buddy. I don't want any trade. Sorry about that. We really need to get one more hide so that we can make some place to sleep. So let's go on and get 5 more bullets. Let's take a look out here. Why don't we go here? And we'll see if we can get this goat and get some hide. And we'll also get a little bit of wood. In the interest of time, I may actually go back with a bag that's partially empty just because we're just looking for hide. So give me just a minute here. Oh, take that. Get wrecked, boy. Got us some meat, got us some animal fat, and got our intact hide. And got us some mushrooms, and like I said, never go back with an empty pack or a pack with empty slots in it. However, in the interest of time, we're trying to get back and build some things, and you may have to do this anyway, but it's always more efficient to make sure everything's full. So let's go on and build our tent. That gets that done. Now, there are quite a few things that we can build from here. We can make a campfire so that we can go on and start cooking food. We can make a workbench so that we can make ammunition, arrows, traps, crowbars, all kinds of stuff. We can make a forge where we can go on and start smelting iron. We'll go on and build that. We can also make the Rainwater Collector, which we have also already made. We can make a beehive, which requires a queen bee. It produces honey. You can use this to feed the people that join your camp. And you're going to have people that come and join your camp, and they will... sing to you and help your mental. They will heal you. There's all kinds of stuff, but you have to feed them and take care of them and make sure that they're happy. A beehive is great because it gives them food and it gives them water and it makes them happy. So beehive is a necessity. Get up and running. We have a wine barrel. It produces different kinds of wines. There is a barton where you can go out and catch chickens. You put them in here and it produces eggs. There is a stable so you can capture the horses that I was talking about and train them. And finally, there's a greenhouse, and in the winter, you can put fuel in it. There's a little stove, and it stays warm. So let me show you a little bit about crafting really quick and cooking. So to collect this rainwater, I'm just going to hit that. I'm going to open up my warehouse. You notice that I am down on health. I'm also down on water. Let's go on and right-click the water, and we'll go on and drink it and just go on and get all the way up. We'll go on and eat a little bit of this beef to get that back up. And then finally, we're going to sleep. Now, you can sleep, but you cannot sleep during the day or you risk getting raided. So we're going to go on to sleep. Morning is going to come. Everything's going to be good. We're going to have a little bit of sleep left. Our mental's going to be decent. So our mental right now is 7,500 out of about 9,000, which is good. We need some wood to get our stove so that we can get our food production up and running. So let's take 5 bullets with us, and we take our crowbar with us. We will depart. I'm not really sure where I want to go, but I know that we need wood, so we're going to go there. Now notice if I had followed my own advice here and not come back, here is feces. You also need to use the restroom, and when you use the restroom, you will produce feces. You can use that to fertilize with. Oh man, I'm glad we did not let his alert go down. Let his alert go down. That's it. That's it. All right, so that's immature blueberries. We're going to leave those for those to grow. What's our hit rate? That's pretty good. There you go. Intact hides, some animal fat, which you can turn into oil, and some meat. So there's a ripe beet. There's a ripe purple pernilia. Come here. Come here, buddy. Come here. Come here. Don't you run from me. Don't you run from me. And they can run off the edge of the screen. If you do not catch them before they run off the edge of the screen, you just don't get it. You'll also find the occasional dead robber, dead survivor, or bag laying on the ground. These will usually have log fragments, which are just little pieces of the tutorial. After the death of other competitors, you can go to their area to grow new crops. So if you go kill them or they get killed by robbers, you can take over their territory. All right, so we also got a magazine that'll give us 500. It's a gossip magazine. Let's go on and get that wood filled up. All right, and our bag is full. We have got plenty of fire, and also somewhere along the way, I seem to have burned myself, and I'm not sure how, but we've got a burn. We've got a degree of disease. It is going down. It was 43 a second ago, but damaging health and adversely affecting mental. It can be cured with drugs made from the bonfire, but it is going down, so I guess it heals naturally. So let's go on and go back to the camp really quick. Now that we have a little bit of material, let's go on and build our bonfire. So we're going to build it. It automatically comes with a little bit of fuel in it, but you will probably want to add some fuel. But when you create it, it's got fuel, so don't dump any in there. It will last 24 hours on whatever you put in there. You can use vodka or rum. You can use coal. Do not use the coal. It is used for iron. It is the only thing that will smelt iron. Do not use coal for your campfire. I did it, and it was just a bad idea. Or you can use wood. So now that we've got our fire going, we can go on and hit cook, and it will bring everything up that you have in your warehouse for you to choose from. So you can cook 5 things at a time. So we're just going to add all of that meat, and we might as well add a firewood worm. We are going to roast it. We could stew if we had a pot, or we could fry if we had a pan. So we're going to go on and cook that. That's going to cook up. You're going to get a little progress meter. Now that we have our forge, we could smelt iron if we had any. You do need coal to smelt iron. That's why I said not to use it as a firewood fuel. You will need 2 pieces of coal per piece of iron that you smelt, which is pretty crazy when you think about it. But we didn't get any iron because there was a robber over at the stone mine, which is where you get iron, and we went over to the coal mine to get it. So we need to run out and get some iron. We've got our food cooking over here. You see that it just finished. We can go on and just click this stuff and take it. And then all we have to do is open up the warehouse. You see that our water and our food are both down. Our nutrition and everything is down. So we're going to go on and eat all of our grilled goat meat. We're going to eat this grilled cougar meat, which is just freaking awesome. And then we're going to drink a couple of these water, and that will bring all of our stuff back up. Our mental is at 7 grand, and our sleep's at 5,700, which is not too bad. So let's run out and get some iron really quick, and let's talk about crafting with it. And that was 1 full bag. As you can see, we've got 8 coal, we have 2 of the regular iron, we've got 8 iron ore, and we've got 20 rocks. But it's also the night of day 7. So if you're really looking to go out and fill your bag up, it is almost a full day trip. Sorry, buddy, I don't want to trade right now. I'm looking for other stuff. So let's talk about crafting and about smelting and about everything else. So now that we have iron and that we have coal, we can go on and smelt up to 3 at a time. We don't have enough to do that. We're going to go on and do 2. We're going to use 8 pieces of iron and 4 coal. And basically, we're going to get some iron up out of it. So now we'll go on and make our workbench and talk a little bit about crafting here. You simply, so this guy here is our quest guy. He will bring us tasks. When we do them, we get rewards. So we're going to go on and accept this task. He wants us to collect items 3 times. It's usually really simple stuff. Shooting big animals 3 times and collect wood 3 times. And we're going to get a wildebeest meat, which, look at that, energy 1800, which is absolutely incredible. Water 400, and I imagine it will provide some kick-ass nutrition once we cook it. We get a vegetable can, we get a big catfish. Like I said, there is fishing, and we get a bird meat because there are birds, and you get feathers off of them and all kinds of stuff. So we'll go on and take that. We'll accept it to get rid of him. So let's take a look at crafting really quick. You can make crowbars, you can make gunpowder, you can make various types of inferior bullets, good bullets, anesthetic bullets, and so on. The biggest thing that you're going to find is everything requires iron and everything requires time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really enjoyed this game. What sets this game apart from all the other survival games is its art style, the fact that it is 2D, and the fact that it is real time. As you can see, it is almost day 8. I've been sitting here blabbing, talking about how to play the game. It's day 8, and I don't even have all of my stuff built. I'm behind. I'm already out of iron. You can already see what it's going to be like. So, thank you guys for tuning in. If you like this game, if you like the series, just put a comment down there below. Always love hearing from you guys. Peace out. Have a great day.